Good morning. We are group consisted of me, Guilherme Santana, Nathan Shin, Otavio Freitas, and Paulo Netto. We are doing this presentation regarding the situations for the world on the SDGs that is SDG related. This is the job for planned activities number 2. Okay, so we're gonna start really briefly why we're doing it and how it's gonna be helpful and what is the purpose and how we did it. Okay, so our index from the soil to the water is gonna be like the subtitle of our entire job, and we the basic of the job was to choose from a lot of situations that were given us 3 that would make sense to do this job, to be related, and to relate them to the SDG project, the development of the SDGs. And the first one that we chose was the dinosaur situation. The second one was the river of the world situation, was the name of that we was given. And the last one being the dolphin situation. The river of the world is the one that is the river, and we had the world. We have the world, and we have the river crossing the world, which was dirty, and we'll get to more in depth later. Okay, so first to start off, we had the dinosaur situation. It is related to the SDG number 7, entitled renewable energy, and it's the basis. It's where it all starts. It's when at first when we started to extract those dinosaurs, those fossils of dinosaur, to use it as a prime raw material for fuel, as you can see here. So we can understand that it's really bad for the environment. It's really bad for us because it has huge damage for the environment. It develops a lot of gas, which, like, for example, the carbon monoxide, which is extremely bad for the environment. And one of the SDGs that we have is the SDG number 7, which is related to renewable energy. And just to summarize it, we had 2 really important subsections that we can quote in order to understand why it is important and how it can help the world itself. So one of them is increasing the share of renewable energy that we use in the world, and the second one being the 7.8, which is advanced and cleaner fossil fuel technology. Okay, both of them, what they entitle. The first one, we have to be able to use more renewable energy in our day-to-day lives, and in order to help the world grow itself in a more healthy way. We use a ton of bad energy. One of them being fuel, the biggest one being fuel, and we have to increase the number of share of renewable energies, such as solar, such as eolic, such as a lot of different ones that we have to do. And the other one being advanced and cleaner fossil fuel technology. Even if we are unable to make it and just use 100% of renewable energy, we might at least increase the technology to minimize the impacts that fossil fuel does to the world. Okay, and the second one being the river of the world situation. It is related to the SDG number 6, entitled Clean Water and Sanitation, and what it does is that improvements in fuel technology will need improvement on quality of water. In order to get this type of fossil fuel, we have to make huge damage not only to the soil, not only to the atmosphere, but also to the water. And by the SDG number 6, we are kind of able to improve that. We're kind of to make it better by decreasing pollution, which is the subsection number 6.3, which is improving the quality of water by decreasing pollution. So, not if we start using more renewable energy, we're gonna use less of the petroleum gas stations that we use in order to remove the fossil soil from the soil. But it's not enough. We have to improve the quality of the water by decreasing pollution. So one thing will lead to the other. If we stop driving cars or using fossil fuel to drive our cars, it's gonna be the water is gonna be less polluted as a whole. So we're gonna have cleaner sewers. We're gonna have cleaner water for baths. We're gonna have cleaner water for everything, which is amazing. And the last situation that we chose is the dolphin situation. It is related to the SDG number 14, which is life underwater. So okay, we had by this point we had an improvement on the quality of the soil, on the atmosphere, and on the water that we use for our day-to-day lives. But there's a key factor that we didn't take into account, which is the life underwater. We have clean water for our usage, but there are a lot of sea life going on that also needs clean water in order to have a healthier lifestyle, in order to have, even for us, if we're gonna eat fish, we have to be this fish is gonna be healthier, and it's not gonna be less damaged for them. So their life will be better, and we might actually help them live and breathe and have a cleaner life. So improvements will also require care for the sea/ocean life, which is exactly what I'm saying. And the subsection 14.3 uh, states to minimize the impacts on ocean acidification. And we have a lot of steps to do that, but if we do those previous two things, it will also help a lot on this subsection 14.3, and that's because the rains, especially the rains and the sewage, is going to be cleaner, it's going to be healthier. That's it. Thank you very much.